Okay, boys and girls, what we're going to be making today is just a simple white bread. For this, we're going to need 2 cups of nice warm water, which I have in a little kettle here, 3 tablespoons of sugar, 2 tablespoons of salt, 3 tablespoons of butter or margarine, which is melted, which I have pre-melted here. We're going to need 2 packages of active dry yeast. Now, I buy mine by the bottle. You'll find recipes they'll call for packages of yeast, but if you look at the back here, oh, that's French, it's 2 1/4 teaspoons for an 8-gram package, which is roughly a tablespoon. So we're going to be using that. From there, we're going to need 5 or 6 cups of all-purpose flour. Okay, so first what we're going to do is we're going to measure out the 2 cups of water, and we're going to put them in our mixer. Okay, so we got the 2 cups in there. And then we're going to add the sugar, which I've pre-measured. And we're going to add the butter. Okay, and then we're going to add our yeast. Now from here what we're going to do is we're going to give this a little bit of a stir until everything starts to get dissolved. Oh, actually, it doesn't need to be attached for this. Just show you a little bit of what's going on in there. You know, you just sort of want to see how that's a big clump. Yeah, you want to dissolve all this. The water's nice and warm. You don't want it too hot, just so that you can barely stand to have your hand in it, you know? Now, we're going to leave this sit for a while. Just let it cool a bit. You know, right now it's hot, but not like boiling. We're going to let it cool down so it's just a little warmer than room temperature, you know? Okay, so we're going to fast forward to this, and the next thing we're going to be doing is adding in the flour. Okay, so if we'll just fast forward. Okay, now it's been sitting for a while, and it's cooled down a bit. It's not at room temperature yet, but it's still warm. Okay, from here, we're going to be adding 4 1/2 cups of flour. You want to have your dough attachment on. Your dough hook, I should say. 2, 3, 4, and 1/2. 1 sec. 1/2. There we go. Now, we put her in, we lock her in place. Oh, can't forget our guard. Otherwise, we're all going to be covered in a thick layer of flour, which is always fun. Just get this out of the way. Okay, now, we're going to start out small. Just start it out really low, just until things start to go together. Okay, when it starts to get a little bit more together, we're going to kick it up to speed 2 on our mixer here. Okay, there we go. Now we're going to mix that for about 2 minutes. Well, if you want, you can time it. I'm going to time mine using my phone here. We'll be back when it's ready. Okay, and here we have it. It's been kneading now for a few more minutes. And we've got a nice, elastic bowl. It's clean the sides of the bowl just like I like. Not like I like it's necessary. Okay, from here, we're going to put it into a greased bowl and let it rise for an hour. You want to find a nice warm spot. Just get this out of the way. Oh, flour everywhere. Okay, see, we have a lovely dough here. Nice and springy, you know. A good dough. What we're going to do is we're going to take this dough, and I have a bit of oil on the bottom there. We're going to put it there. I'm just going to turn it around a few times, just so I get oil over everything. Now you oil the top and the sides and everything, not just so it won't stick to the pan, but we also want to keep the tops nice and soft. Okay, so you're going to put this somewhere nice and warm, not too warm. We don't want it like over 100. We don't want to kill the yeast, but we want to put it maybe. I have a gas stove with a pilot light, so it stays nice and warm in there. So I'm going to cover it, put it there for about an hour, roughly until this doubles. And let's fast forward to that part. Okay, now our dough has been rising for an hour now, and as you can see, it's doubled up very nicely. Okay, so we're going to take our board. We're going to spread a little bit of flour around. Just spread it around. You know what they say. Oh, don't mind me, I'm a lunatic. Okay. We also want to get some flour on our hands too, because we don't want to. There we go. Okay, we're going to punch that down just a little bit. And we're going to get our dough cutter thingy-majiggy. Oh, sorry. Dough cutter thingy-majiggy? I forget what it's called. Is it actually called a dough cutter? I forget. Anyway, but it's for that. I use that to cut the dough in two. And there we have it. Now from here, we just sort of take everything and we fold it all over like this. Now I've already got two pans pre-greased. So fold everything over like this because we want all the badness on the bottom because nobody wants to see that. Ain't nobody wants to see that. There we go. And we put them in here, loaf style. Okay. Simple or what? From here, we put these actually back in our warm spot covered to rise for another hour. Okay, let's fast forward to that bit. Okay, and as we have it, here is our finished loaf. We just, as soon as that comes out of the oven, we want to take that out and put it on a cooling rack. Smells really good. You want to put it on a cooling rack because you don't want it to absorb the moisture from the steam. When it's cooking, it actually produces a lot of steam. That all gets trapped underneath. So you want a nice crust on the outside. Now, they're still a little bit warm. So there we have it. These are our lovely fresh homemade in the KitchenAid mixer bread. And as usual, bon appetit.